Quadratic formula, remember, is on your blue sheet. We can, and you will in a little bit, I'll show you how to type that in Desmos and type the answer choices in Desmos. But for today, for this sheet, we're going to do them all by hand, because next week on the test, the Unit A test, there's going to be a problem where it says, where did the student mess up? Where did the student make a mistake? So you have to know how to do it by hand and identify where the student messed up. So right here, first things first, the 20 needs to move over with the 9. So we're going to do minus 20. Okay, so what's 9 minus 20? Negative 11. So my C is going to be a negative 11. Oops. And then I bring this down, x squared, and I bring this down plus x. And you can always do the work on the back if it doesn't fit on here, because it's probably not going to fit here. So I know that my A is 1. My B is 1, and my C is negative 11. So when I plug it into the formula right here, first I need a B, which is my 1. So it's going to be negative, whatever that is, negative 1 plus or minus the square root of. My B is 1, so that's 1 squared minus 4. A is 1. And C is negative 11. All over 2A, so it's 2 times 1. Okay? I can put this whole thing in the calculator. I can put all of that in the calculator. So let's put it right now all together like that. Parentheses 1, close parentheses square, minus 4, parentheses 1, close parentheses, parentheses negative 11, close parentheses. So inside the radical is a 45. All of this is underneath the radical, that's 45. So watch this. All of this is now going to be equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 45 divided by 2 times 1 is 2. Okay? So that's what we need to start doing inside the radical. We can put the whole thing in there. So now I need to simplify the square root of 45. So on the back sheet or at the bottom, whatever, the square root of 45 can be simplified into, that's 5 times 9, and that's 3 times 3. So how many pairs do you see? One pair of 3, right? So this one comes outside, this one stays inside. So when I go back, here, that equals to negative 1 plus or minus 3 square root of 5 all over 2. Okay? That's how you do it by hand. In a little bit, I'll show you how to do it in Desmos, but you need to start paying attention at how I'm doing it so that you know where they make a mistake and where they don't make a mistake. Problem 1. Right here, my A is 1, my B is 4, and my C is 1. I got the numbers from here, 1, 4, and 1. So when I plug it into my formula here, I have to have a negative B. So that means it's a negative 4 plus or minus the square root of. Inside I have B squared, so that means it's 4 squared, right? 4 squared minus 4, parentheses, parentheses. This is my A, and then my C. So my A is a 1, my C is a 1. All over 2 times A, which is 1. Any questions about that? Just plugging in the numbers. Okay, you just have to plug in the numbers. What's the next step? What did I tell y'all to do? All of this needs to go in Desmos. Okay? So let's go type it. Parentheses 4, close parentheses, square, minus 4, parentheses 1, close parentheses, parentheses 1, close parentheses. Done. Make sure that you are typing it in Desmos as well. So then I know that all of that is 12, so I have negative 4 right here. Plus or minus square root of 12 all over, what's 2 times 1? 2. Okay, so I'm almost done. I just need to simplify this, right? So on the back sheet or at the bottom, we're going to do square root of 12. That's 2 times 6, and that's 2 times 3. So how many pairs do I have? 1 pair of 2. So this one's going to come outside, and this one's going to stay inside. Okay? Perfect? Good? So then, right here, all of this turns into negative 4. Let me change the color. Negative 4 plus or minus 2 square root of 3 all over 2. Well, this 2, I can divide this by 2, and I can divide this by 2. So when I divide, what's negative 4 divided by 2? In Desmos, negative 4 divided by 2? Negative 2. And what's 2 divided by 2? 1. So it's plus or minus 1 square root of 3. That's your final answer. Okay? Let's do this one. Okay, this needs to be moved over here. That's going to become minus 1x. And then this needs to also move over here. That's going to become plus 10. So the x squared comes down. What's 7 minus 1? Positive 6x. And then this 10 just goes right here. Plus 10 equals 0. So my A equals 1. My B equals 6. My C equals 10. We're going to plug it all into the formula. There's my formula right there. You have it in front of you, the blue sheet. So the negative B goes first. That's negative 6 plus or minus the square root of B squared. That means it's 6 squared minus 4 times A and times C. My A here and here is going to be 1. Okay, and my C is 10 right there. So I'm going to put 10 right here. All over 2 times A, which is 1. What's the next thing you do? Desmos. We're going to type all of this inside in Desmos and see what it gives me. That's going to be 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10. So right here, 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10. Negative 4. So right here, now I have negative 6 plus or minus square root of negative 4 all over 2 times 1 is 2. Pay attention because this has no solution. You know why? Because there cannot be a negative underneath the radical. Okay? If there's a negative inside the radical, it's no solution. If you type this in Desmos, it's no solution. This is what it looks like. It looks like that because it's never going to cross the x-axis. That's no solution. Okay? On the next video, I'm going to show you how to do these type of problems in Desmos because this is how you're going to do it in the quizzes right now. So watch the next video.